this is L4DDarkVampRaven here with another film review for you lucky people. This time I'm going to be reviewing the movie Dirty Sanchez, the movie, and the fucking light always reflection, but as you can see there, 2-disc extreme edition. I get 2 discs, which is with the deleted scenes, or fucking everyone's not in there, but it is somewhere around there. So yeah, this is to review this movie. I've got quite a lot to say about this movie, so I'm going to go through the plot and then give my review. So the plot basically is, if you've seen Dirty Sanchez, it's a stunt show. I've written all the things down I'm going to say, by the way, so sorry if I'm not actually looking at the camera, because I had a lot to say about this, so I thought I'd write it down so I wouldn't look like an idiot. So the film basically starts off out, the idea is that they perform a stunt in Wales and they all die and they're sent down to hell. Meet the devil. These are sung by telling me all my friends are dead. The devil basically gives them the ability that he will give them their life back if they perform the 7 deadly sins. Being 7 deadly sins obviously involving anger, lust, envy, pride, gluttony and greed. So they go to off to round sections of the world to perform certain stunts involving this thing. So the sloth, anger, lust, envy, pride, gluttony and greed. I didn't miss sloth. So they start off with sloth. Starts out with them explaining what sloth is, aka lazy cunt. And Pancho falls asleep, and they basically torment him, and they super glue his nose shut, which I think is actually quite amusing. There's more lazy scenes as it goes on. After a few of that, they head over to Russia to deal with anger. There's a few scenes to talk about Pritchard and Dayton, how they can anger each other. Dayton's mainly speaking about Pritchard and how he can anger him pretty easily, and the simplest things can piss him off. They basically shave Pancho's head during the night and mess about with him due to his snoring as well. I think also at the Pritchard also does the world record paintball test thing in Russia as well, which I'll talk about that in a minute. After that, they head to Lust to go to Thailand. The ladyboys, they go meet ladyboys to basically with Lust. Pancho decides to get liposuction and then basically decides to put it in a jar, which then comes to play later on. Not much on that. Envy heads to the island of Phi. A contest to see who stays in a hotel involving crabs. 2 can stay in the hotel, 2 can stay in an abandoned shitty shack. Pancho and Dainty staying in the hotel, whereas Pancho and Dayton stay in the hotel, whereas Dan, Joyce and Pritchard have to stay in the shack. After they go to the shack, anger all commences, and they let loose that basically Pritchard got I Love Dayton tattooed on his cock, and Dayton reveals that the world record paintball was a fake. And he took 103 paintballs to the body for no reason. Then they challenge each other to a fight, a Thai boxing match, which actually in the DVD actually shows 1 round with Dayton winning, but according to the commentary it actually lasted 4 rounds according to Pritchard, and you can actually see Dayton's quite sweaty anyway through the match or after he hit him. So I think they just cut that down just for time. So they have a good training scene as well, them training Dayton, you know, really training. Pritchard does messing about, so yeah. Next was Pride, and they head up to Japan to Pritchard going to gain his pride back. Start off with the spunk challenge, which will climax into a condom and a loser to put it over his head. Dan Joyce obviously lost because he had jacked off a lot previously the night before. According to the commentary, Pancho was hours actually in the toilet, so until he came out. Next step was the Tokyo Shock Boys, was their stunts versus Dirty Sanchez stunts. Through the Dirty Shock Boys was eating scorpions, glue to soap pins, testicle wax and other things, and Sanchez do what they usually do, which is drumstick, Pritchard picking his cock up with a kettle and a few other things. So that was pretty good music on that. They move on to the hardcore Japanese wrestler scene. They all pick each other's costumes and basically get beaten the shit out of by these wrestlers, which is probably one of my favourite scenes actually. They basically get light bulb, glass kicked to the back and everything. After that they have a drinking game which involves sake, and basically this is stunts to do. One of the stunts was Pancho got his tongue stapled and everything. At the end, to finish it off, was Pritchard basically cuts off his finger with a cigar cutter and basically makes a challenge to Dayton. If he does it, he's got to stand in a pink costume in a Japanese street singing, which he does. Then he says then he's going to gain gluttony back, and they go to Mexico. They met a guy called Mike Hawk, and he teaches them how to live in the desert. Basically they kill animals, survive on thingy, and basically say, you know, that living in the desert was a lot harder than they thought it was going to be. Last thing, they come to Greed. Coming low on money, they go to Dominican Republic to basically form Greed. They start off with sticking money into their mouths. The loser basically has to phone their mum with a letter written by the other ones. Pritchard basically lost, and Dan Joyce wrote out a note. Convo was actually quite funny between him and his mum about something about nipples, and Pritchard said wanker to push down the phone. They had a pirate theme involved in Greed. Basically, they're doing stunts involving shots to the eyes and kicking him in the leg to say arg. They stole Pancho's money, the greed of stealing his money, and spent it in the casino, and they opted for Pancho to win it back. And involving stunts of pinheads, what Lee Dating did in the TV series, and basically just Pancho putting his mousetrap on and gobbling in Pritchard's mouth. At the end of the film was basically held by a paint auction. They ran out of money according to the commentary, and they had to hold a paint auction. Basically, they give to see Pancho have his nail stapled, to see Dan Josh's cock ripped off by a fisher in there, and they got a lot of money back from that. The last scene is basically them in hell, and the devil basically says you can grant the lives back. They basically end it by saying that they put Irmac or Imac on Pancho's eyebrows, and basically he just leaves in a fucking huff because they told him basically not to fuck with his eyebrows. So yeah, so the whole film actually has there's a lot of great stunts in it. I'm not going to spend the whole review naming the stunts, but there's a lot of good stuff. The pranks involved basically Sloth. They made Pancho into Incredible Hulk. They painted him green, cut him up his trousers. Apparently they'd been trying to do it for like the rest of the TV series, and they finally got him. Obviously the paintballs, Pritchard tried to break the paintball record for most of the body, but it was a lie by Dayton. Pritchard got a tattoo on his leg, "Sleep When You're Dead," written in Russian, but Dayton mixed it up and it actually said "I love Johnny Knoxville." They all did in Bangkok, they all did a show with the lady boys to guess which one was a lady. Pritchard actually knew they were all guys, and one of them made out with Dayton, so he basically hated that. Pritchard got "I love Dayton" tattooed down his cock, which he absolutely hated as well. They did a game of basically Bangkok roulette, and whoever lost had to drink Pancho's fat they got from the liposuction, and Dan Joyce lost and he had to drink it, which is right a vulgar scene to watch. And basically that's about it. The credits show a lot of the deleted scenes. If you have the extended edition, you'll see the deleted scenes. There's a few good stuff on there, like Chili Willy, what they did in Russia at night, shin kicking. There's a lot of Frozen Turd that Dan Joyce did, sleeping cold out on a roof, paint auction extended, a few other extended scenes, a lot of good extended scenes. It started basically, once again, the scenes are really well played out. Like Pride comes up, each title with clips of them, what they did in each country, and shit like that. So it's a really good film. It's not much to really say because like Dirty Sanchez is a lot like Jackass. It's not really much plot. It just involves pain. This had more of a storyline than Jackass. It's not really a storyline about plot, more of an idea of they get sent to hell and they have to commit the 7 deadly sins. So you know that was more of a good idea, I think, on their behalf than just them basically, just killing each other pretty much, because people always say Dirty Sanchez was always, much more extreme, more than Jackass, so it depends how you look at it, I suppose. So to sum it up in a quick review, the effects is really good, the title's really good, all the stunts are really, really good. There's some really gruesome ones in there. They're doing the whole 7 deadly sins thing was really good as well. I recommend, if you haven't got DVD already, to get the double disc edition. I know it doesn't show it in there at the moment, so but yeah, it is actually really good. It's even got a really good fucking, I don't know, I just love this film, to be honest. I mean, it's even got a really good poster, like on the front. You can see the money stapled to Dayton's chest, and Dan Joyce holding the fat. So you can't see because of the damn fucking light, but it says 4 nutters, 6 countries, 7 deadly sins, 1 world of pain. So what do I give this review? Well, depending on whether you like Dirty Sanchez or not, really depends on how you review it. If you're not one for watching pain and people, then obviously you're not going to watch it, It's just like playing a puzzle game. Why would you play a puzzle game if you don't like puzzles, So, it's just like, yeah. Truth be told, I'd I can't actually see anything wrong with this. It's all what it was about. The kind of devil storyline made it really good as it is. There was good deleted scenes, the music, the stunts, the countries, and everything. To be fair, if you are a Dirty Sanchez fan, I'd give this a 10 out of 10. Because for any true fan of Dirty Sanchez will like this movie. There's no disappointment about it whatsoever. The Pancho, the comedy and everything is Dirty Sanchez. Obviously, if you don't like Dirty Sanchez, then probably someone of the caliber will probably give it a 4. But my review, that is mine, I would give it a full-blown 10 out of 10. For any Dirty Sanchez fan, I recommend you watch this, or if you didn't see it already, or if you just never had the time. So go and buy the DVD, don't fucking download it. Go and actually buy it, you can pick it up for like £3 now. So yeah. Anyway, that was my review on Dirty Sanchez the movie. Sorry if it was boring to watch, I was just explaining all what they had to do in it. Like I said, there's not much you can really do, explain to a jackass a Dirty Sanchez film, because like, it's basically just stunts and things together. This in a way was a little bit better than the Jackass movies, because it actually has some kind of plot, whereas the Jackass is just stunts. I'm not saying that Dirty Sanchez wins against Jackass, I like both of them just the same, but this one actually had a plot, so it was nice to see some kind of thing than just them hurting themselves. I think another stunt was a Lazy Boy challenge, where they sit on chairs and just fire BB guns into each other, and Dainty had to shoot it into his cock, you know. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I personally loved it. I recommend it for any person that's a fan of Dirty Sanchez who hasn't seen it already. I'm a big fan myself. So yeah, sorry if the review was boring, but thank you for taking the time of watching. So I will see all you people later. Leave a comment, by the way, leave a comment if you've seen Dirty Sanchez the movie, and if you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you've seen it a lot of times, if you watched it with a commentary, if you've got whatever. Anything about Dirty Sanchez in the movie, just leave down here. See this bit here? Down there. In the comments. See you later.